responsible for this. Look at that. MIKE ZECK drew this amazing piece of artwork right here. To meet this guy. As far as old school artist goes, MIKE ZECK should be considered comic book royalty. You know how they say in most artwork, eyes are the windows to the soul? His eyes are the windows to each one of those characters. The eyes for the Punisher is completely different from the eyes he draws for Captain America. Same thing for any other character he does. Punisher, he looks psychotic. Multiple things. It looks like the famous Nirvana cover, and it's Deadpool going after a taco. It speaks to me on so many levels. I gotta ask, how do you do your style? Like, I was wondering.
How do I do my style?
Yeah.
Do you draw?
Yes, I actually want to get into this.
Bring that black and white over here. Here's my finished tight pen and inks. So I do my pencils, start with a little thumbnail, refining with tracing papers till I get the drawing that I want. Then I go in and do a really tight, break down all my darks. I'm just looking to separate my darks from my lights. So I get that, and then I transfer that over to my canvas. And then I put a brown stain over it, just so it fills in the mid-tones.
Yeah.
It just filled in with the tone, so I'm not looking at white. So now it's kind of, I can tell where my highlights go. So I got my darks all marked in already. I put the tone over it, which is basically are going to be my mid-tones. Now I'm just looking for where are my light sources, what do I want to highlight. And I start working on the painting. And I paint in the colors. So here's the paint. This is the drawing to this painting.
As far as putting together a portfolio.
Yeah. What I recommend?
Yeah.
Well, that's very simple. When you're putting together a portfolio, the people who you are going to see, the company you're going to see is what determines what you're going to put in your portfolio. And I'm going to tell you straight, if it's comics, the only thing they want to see is what they publish. I'll give you an example. When I wanted to go work for Marvel again, I worked for Marvel in the 80s, working on their artist line, which was Epic Illustrated. So I went to see them, but they rejected me because I didn't go in with examples of their characters. I went in examples of other people's characters, and they said, we got to work for you. So I said, I saw what was going on. I said, I can. So what I did was I took on some work for the card companies, all these card companies. They don't pay a lot, they paid a little bit, so they paid me for my work. So when I only took on the cards that were geared towards Marvel characters that wanted to work for Marvel. I did the same thing with DC. So I took on I did about 12 Marvel cards for one of these card companies. And I took those paintings in to see Marvel, and then he hired me on the spot.
I did not expect this, by the way, to get all this information from.
Oh, thank you so much. Sure. What do I owe you? 500 big ones.
That's awesome.
You saved me with that rod that I used to hold up.
Thank you so much. That's terrific. I love that.
These days, it's really hard to break into any art business. It's practically impossible. You can try, do your portfolio, go in and pitch your stuff and all like that. But generally, it's been my experience, unless you know somebody already working there and they have the kind of power in that place to bring people in and they really like your stuff and you got a strong connection and they have influence on the people who actually hire, your chances are pretty slim. Okay, I'm going to be frank. It's really tough. My advice to you, and I give this to everybody, is forget Marvel, forget DC, forget Nickelodeon, forget all that stuff. Do your own thing. Because since Ren and Stimpy was done, I have been continually pitching show ideas. And I've done one pilot in 20 years. And you think somebody with my experience, it would be easy. It's not. It's next to impossible. So my honest advice to you is if you really want to do something and you love doing it and you have to do it, just do it. Well, good luck, man. Don't quit and hang in there.
Thank you.
And don't give up. That's the best advice. Don't give up.
Don't give up. All right. I think I'm about to eat one of the best grilled cheeses ever made here. I don't know, man. Just seeing this picture of this hairy beast right now, I'm just getting more and more hungry. And I think that's supposed to be the Empire State Building. That even makes me even more hungry. Oh, I want it. I want it. As far as how I should make my portfolio look, what should I be putting in it?
I don't think that's changed that much. Obviously, you know, comics are comics are continuity, and that's what, you know, don't put a whole portfolio of pinups or something. You know, you have to show that you can tell a story. And when I was breaking in, I mean, it was pretty much a known fact that, you know, you could draw beautifully, but that didn't mean you could tell a story effectively, tell a story. So any portfolio, they put, I would say, close to 60% weight on can you tell a story.
How do you keep yourself into it? How do you wake up in the morning and want to do
well, you know, that can happen over time. You know, one thing is that, yeah, it was always my passion, but once it becomes your job, a job is a job in a way, you know, I mean, no matter how, you know, as soon as it's your job, then suddenly you're not sitting there getting up in the morning and just drawing that thing that you really feel like drawing, you know, that morning or something. You have a script or a plot in front of you, and it may not be the thing you feel like drawing that day, you know, and so it does become a job. You know, you have to have the discipline and the motivation to sit down and do your best job possible, you know, on that particular plot that you're getting, and then, yeah, you know, it can become a little bit drudgery, you know, at that point if it's not your favorite thing to do. So, yeah, you're welcome.
Go home and draw so hard right now. Draw so hard. Oh.
Where are you gonna start looking for a job?
Well, I'm gonna go talk to my friends in North Valley. They have a couple of people that they know a couple of people that I should be talking to. So I'm gonna go talk to them, and then I'm gonna go.
That's it. So you're gonna look for advice?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just gonna go around asking everybody for a job.